Thanks for tuning in out in internet world, wherever you may be watching from. I'm here with our September feature artist for Melting Pot, Anna Smyrk. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Not a problem at all. You've been writing and performing music for quite a long time, both in band settings and as a solo performer. In such a long time, what have you learnt and sort of what challenges have come up as well?
Yeah, I guess it has been a pretty long time over the years all up. I guess I feel like I'm just learning stuff all the time. Like I feel like I'm just trying new things a lot and figuring out better ways of doing music, especially on the side of, because I do a lot of my own like bookings and promotion and all that kind of stuff. Yep. I feel like there's a lot to learn there, and it's all been a bit of a DIY, learn as you go sort of approach. So I feel like I'm learning more and more the more I do it. So that's one really positive thing about it, I guess. Even though that can present challenges as well, it means that I get to learn a lot at the same time.
Really actually championed that DIY sort of way of going about things, haven't you?
I guess, I think there's definitely pros and cons to it, but I feel like I guess I'm probably also a little bit of a control freak, so I kind of like to have control over my own stuff as well, so that's good.
Yeah, and you've spent the last few years overseas doing some other stuff. Explain to everyone what you've been doing over there. And
yeah, sure. I've been a bit back and forth between Melbourne and Australia and living overseas, first in Cambodia and most recently in the Solomon Islands. So I've been doing, development work in those two places, in the arts sector and in the health sector in Solomon Islands. So yeah, that's been a really, really cool experience.
Yeah, I'm sure it would be. And how in that time while you've been overseas, how have you been able to find the time to keep your music at the forefront of your mind?
Yeah, it's not always easy, hey. It's kind of hard to juggle the two things sometimes. But on the other hand, I find that when I'm away from home, it's a really rich time of songwriting. Like I get a lot of new songs out of the trip, so that's really great. But I'm kind of thinking of it as a bit of a seasonal thing at the moment. Like I'm overseas for chunks of time, and then the times when I'm back in Australia is when I really can put a lot of energy into music.
Yeah, and I'm sure you have new influences and new sights and sounds to draw off while you're in a different place.
Exactly, lots of new experiences. Yeah,
great. You're in the middle of a national tour at the moment. Tell us about the purpose of the tour and what's sort of planned ahead?
So I'm touring with a single and video that I've just released for a song called House of Straw. It's a really nice animation made by Bethany Young. So I'm basically touring to celebrate that. So yeah, there's shows kind of up and down the East Coast over September.
Yep, and they're all detailed on your website and socials.
That's right.
Yeah, if people want to get out there and check out where Anna will be playing, that's where to find that info. And is there more music ready for release or more new stuff coming up?
Yeah, as I said, lots of new songs coming out of the last few years, so I'm really keen to record some of those, hopefully, towards the end of the year, start of next year, and that should be all coming out next year sometime.
Will you be doing the recording back here in Australia? Or?
I did my last EP at my parents' house. We recorded it at their little house in the country, so I'm hoping to kick them out for a weekend and do that again.
Sounds good. A nice little retreat as well and getaway as well as coming up with some new music. Sounds perfect.
It's a really nice process. So.
I think you've chosen House of Straw to play for us today, we might let you get set up and ready for that. And thanks for joining us for September. Tune in again next month for another feature artist. You can find everything at meltingpotonline.com. Thanks, Anna.
Thanks, Josh.
Awesome.
Boom, boom, boom.